Hey guys, we're back. We've got Mookie with us. We're going to be examining the cylinder seals from the last video. We've got a lot to go over, so let's waste no more time and get right to it. This is the seal of Ur-Nammu from the Akkadian dynasty. You'll notice that there's a crescent moon often associated with the image. There's going to be a snake associated with the throne. And there's going to be a lot of steganography inside of these images. They have recurring themes. This one is really important to keep note of, how the arm is held. It's continually held in this way, and this is never, ever, ever explained when any of the experts are quote-unquote trying to tell us what's going on in this image. Everything has a purpose in this image. This took a lot of time and effort to make, so why would it be there for no reason? The even crazier part is, why is all the imagery that I'm able to find when I magnify these images, which we'll see very shortly, why is that not a part of any of the discussion? Why is it just like, we're just going to pretend that's not there? He's like the high god of this worship, right? His name is Light During Night, aka Light Bringer. This is Satan as it will be depicted in the Sumerian pantheon. He's Lord of the Underworld, Judge of the Dead. He has a lot of the same connotations that we're going to normally associate with Lucifer. Okay, let's get into the actual steganography. So let's begin and really dig deep into it. You'll notice there's like snake symbology there, obviously with the doorway. It's kind of like a snake eating its own tail. This one again, when we blow it up, shows a snake but eating its own tail. We're seeing it again here, right? This is me magnifying it. There's the eyes, there's the mouth, there's its tail. So we know what that symbology means. Again, there's advanced steganography in these images. A lot of times it's easy to just be like, oh, he's sitting on a bunch of rocks or something. And like if you look closely and you really take this image in, it should be pretty obvious to see. Like, it's not hard. The steganography is there, and this is a image that is recurring, right? It's not just, oh, well, it's just your eyes seeing things, or just you're seeing what you want to see. It's like, well, why is it just there, right? Like, why always associated in the same spots? That's something you have to incorporate into your logic when examining this. And when you see, okay, there's a snake there, I can't just find a snake wherever I want to. If you take another part of this image and you say find a snake here, I'm not going to find a snake there. That's the point. It's not just I'm seeing what I want to see. It's there and you have to find it. Okay, this is another one of those images where it's like, it doesn't seem that obvious, right? And it doesn't seem like anything's even going on in it. But if you magnify it and you take a really good long look and then you draw out the line of the shading, that's what it looks like. Like, why is there an eye right there? This one's crazy. This is much later. This is now Egyptian worship of what's quote-unquote a sun god named Shumash, which I believe is extremely suspect, especially when the author is not describing what should be very blatantly obvious to everyone. Remember, you have to examine this image from the lens of steganography. Just because the image doesn't appear so obvious from this type of a backdrop, it's not supposed to. Okay? The people who know what to look for, they will find what's been incorporated into this image through steganography. So again, this is the craziest one, I think. Do you see it? Because at first I didn't see it. It took me a while to get this one. Okay, this one was not easy. But like then I'm like, let me outline this shape. Let me outline this shape, right? And let me use a nice like bold way of showing it. And here we are, right? It's like, what do we see? We see a dragon turtle. That is a dragon turtle if I've ever seen a dragon turtle. Okay, that is its eye. Like, you can say it's not, but it clearly is, right? This one's crazy. It's got like more like that looks like a snake. This is literally a heart. This has two valves on the top of the head. I wish I had like better pixelage to really show you, but like you have to understand, this is like super magnifying something. It looks a little easier on the phone. The phone has the image a little clearer, but you put it into another application, this is basically as good as it gets. So here too, there's a lot of imagery going on here. Why is this weird child on his lap? Do we really assume that this child is just there to have a good time? If he is, why does the child look scary? You're going to see him in a moment. This child looks scary. This does not look like a very nice child to me. Okay? This image too, this is from Astrologers Guild. That's what I believe it is. You see this like dragon-headed type of image in there, and in a lot of the really, really older Sumerian stuff. This is a common image that's kind of like represented as the serpent. It's a dragon. Yeah, there's dragons in these images. Some of them, not these ones, but like in the ones we'll get into. Again, like look how scary this. Like that is not a happy. Like it's not. No, that is a scary face for a little child. Okay, so I don't care what people say. That is a scary face. Again, here we don't think much is going on, right? But then like let's look under the throne. Why is there this little thing? Why was that incorporated into the image? This is another good one. This is again under the throne. Now, am I really just seeing things? Am I the only one that sees this? Because again, let's just trace the outline. Let's trace the outline. It's that simple, right? Again, these are in the same images I showed you earlier. Let's trace the outline, right? Like just trace it. What does it look like? Why did they literally take the effort to basically make it look like it had eyes? Because that took effort. That was not just there randomly. So this one's crazy because this one I think is showing like demonic possession. It's literally like got this little dude, and it's hard to see because he's like upside down, like crawling into her. Okay, and even like look at the look on her face, right? She's like, oh my God, what's happening? And even that guy's like, oh, what's going on? Yeah, like you're being possessed by this demon thing. Nobody's talking about it though. Nobody's like, why do they look freaked out? I don't know. You know, just a seal, just some dudes worshiping the king. You know, okay, sure. So, you know, that's going over like stuff that we already covered. I'll make longer videos in the near future that cover more of the content, but that'll be it for today. And next video, trust me, I'll be showing you more of the same continuity. I'll find more images that are basically the same image spread out over a long period of time, and you're going to see that the same symbology is maintained, especially a serpent associated with a doorway. Okay, and my argument is that all those thrones were basically a symbol of a doorway. You'll even see that a lot of them had like those bars in them, and like one of the bars is almost hidden. So that's a representation of something. There's no way they all maintain that exact continuity without it explicitly like trying to state something. That there's a message within the message. That is my 2 cents, and I think I would love to hear somebody argue another reason for all of those same images being incorporated into it, and like what would possibly make sense to you. All right, take care, have a good day, and bye.